At a party, my husband publicly denied our marriage and told our son to call his childhood sweetheart mom at my mother-in-law's 70th birthday banquet. My husband, for the sake of so-called appearances, not only publicly denied our marital relationship, but also made our son call his childhood sweetheart mom. You are not worthy to be my wife. I only have one wife, and that's Erin. When I confronted him, my mother-in-law, who had always treated me with respect, called me a jinx and told me to get out. I was unwilling to accept it, but friends and relatives all mocked me as an unwanted cast-off and drove me out. Even the son I had raised for 16 years shouted, "Only you are not fit to be my mom. Dad would only be happy with someone as beautiful as Erin. You might as well get hit by a car and die to make way for Erin and Dad. They are true love." Looking at my husband and son, who now felt like strangers, I realized that in this moment I was nothing more than a joke. After entering the hotel, my husband arranged for me to sit at the lowest ranked seat in the past. I was always the one accompanying him, but now the person sitting by his side was Erin. When everyone cast questioning glances at Victor, he proudly introduced, "I have already married Erin. She's my wife now. As for Lan." He paused and looked at me. I gazed back at him with a hopeful look, yearning for him to acknowledge all I had done for this family over the years and take back his earlier words. But his eyes were filled with disdain. He sneered coldly. "Just look at her, a mess with rough skin like a beggar. She doesn't even look like a woman anymore. We divorced a long time ago." My son Frank chimed in with contempt. "A hideous woman like her doesn't deserve my dad at all. She's nothing compared to Erin, who runs a cosmetic shop herself. She's clearly here today with the same shamelessness she used back then to chase after my dad." As soon as he finished speaking, the room erupted in laughter. One of Victor's cousins glanced at me and mocked. "Mentor Victor, I heard that back in school, she chased you for 4 years, buying you meals, fetching water, giving gifts, and even fighting to wash your underwear. That can't be true, right?" The look of disdain on Victor's face deepened. "Stop talking. During that time, I was in a bad mood, and she took advantage of the situation. Looking back now, I really regret it. How could I have ever been attracted to a woman like her, someone so unkempt?" Hearing this, a deep bitterness welled up inside me. I never expected the sincerity I had given to him over the years would be treated with such humiliation. Moreover, over the years, for the sake of them, I spent all my time on this family. I didn't have much time to take care of myself, but I was humiliated by them like this. At that moment, Erin smiled sweetly as she nestled into Victor's embrace, her eyes full of affection. "Victor, it was all my fault back then. I didn't realize your true feelings for me in time, and I went abroad without discussing it with you. From now on, I will stay by your side," she said, her hand shamelessly caressing Victor's waist, even slipping inside his clothes, subtly provoking me. Victor, feeling Erin's affection, not only didn't push her away, but instead he held her even more recklessly, and the two of them gazed at each other with nothing but love in their eyes. At this moment, my mother-in-law cleared her throat softly. I had thought that as an elder she would never tolerate Victor's behavior, but to my surprise she spoke up and said, "Although Erin is a woman, she is independent and strong. She even opened a cosmetic store, unlike some people who not only neglect their appearance but also stay at home all day." Hearing this, everyone began to praise Erin as a role model for women, saying that Victor had made the right choice in divorcing and that a man should find a woman with strong opinions. But Erin's company was clearly built by me from the ground up. At that time, my father strongly opposed my relationship with Victor. He said that his intentions were not pure and that he was not a suitable match for me. But back then, I was so blinded by love that I went against my father and even had a falling out with him over Victor. In a fit of anger, my father not only cut off my allowance but also kicked me out of the house.